Hey, 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 it's Saturday. It's that time of the week. We are glad to see that you are here with us, and we cannot wait to for the type of show that we're going to be putting on. I This week is going to be very different. Desert or Nick has taken the leash off of me, and I get to run the show. That's a that's either going to be really good, a really good show, or we don't know how this is gonna go, but we will figure. We will see how that goes. Before we get started, what I would like to do is how we start off every week, just to let you guys know, this show isn't for everybody. We would love to have you be a part of it, but if you feel that it's not, your cup of tea, we would definitely invite you and encourage you to scroll on. But if it is, your thing, let's kick back, relax, and enjoy some great conversation. Last week, we spoke about boundaries and styles, and we also spoke about uh, legacy, which led into this week. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up my guest, Miss Cassie, and we are going to get started.
Hey, how is everybody?
Hey, hey, Mohawk, welcome in. Oh, I forgot. Before Cassie and I get started, we are going to do some uh sponsor recognition. Uh, uh-oh, Ulti Subs. For all your gaming needs, and energy drinks, definitely jump on the website, ultisubs.com, and if you are a major streamer, take a look at those. They are phenomenal. I unfortunately do not have all the information as far as Ulti subs are concerned. You can definitely shoot an email or message Nick, or I call him Desert. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get him the nickname Mick Mouse uh, from from my end. Uh, so definitely reach out, and if you have questions and you're interested in Alti, you know, uh, hit Desert up, and I believe that there is a promo code that you can use, and you'll get some discounts.
Rat Pack.
Also, yes, Rat Pack for the discounts, and then while we are actually on it. Um, I am the owner of Two Vets Canine. We train service dogs for military veterans and their families. Uh, you can reach me at twovetscaninetraining.com. They will definitely tell you about what we do for dog training. Uh, and we also have a battle buddy program that uh, we train military service members and their dogs to become service dog teams. If you have any questions or if you'd like to check us out, I would encourage you to go to the website, and you can get a lot of questions answered there, or you can shoot me an email at twovetscaninetraining.com or twovetscaninetraining at gmail.com. So, um, with that, I kind of feel like Mick Mouse a little bit. With that being said, uh, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's jump in. But so last week we spoke about uh, boundaries and communication, which at the end of the show, I ask the question, legacy. What type of legacy do you want to leave? Um, and speaking a little bit, and being a little bit vulnerable with you guys, last week I had to go to a funeral of a schoolmate of mine, and so legacy, remembering them and remembering all the times that we had together, the the thought of legacy, was definitely playing, and so doing the research for this week, um, legacy means two things. From a monetary standpoint, leaving a will, leaving a legacy, you know, leaving earnings from that standpoint. But uh, another meaning for legacy is what type of impact or an impact that's left on people, the world, all of that. So Miss Cassie, I'm going to ask you, you know when you hear the word legacy, what comes to mind?
Oh, there's a couple things that come to mind for me. One, there's a TV show, Legacies. I love it. Vampires, werewolves, witches, all the fun stuff. But when it comes into real life, um, how I want people to remember me, uh, how I remember other people, as well as lore, fantasy items, dragons.
Yeah, you know um I'm I might be getting a little faster. uh I mean, it's a completely different, ball game, especially when you're running everything, you got everything, you know, uh, all this stuff running through your head. Um, but one of the things that you're exactly right. How do we want to be remembered? You know, uh, I've always heard, legends or heroes get remembered, but legends never die. You know, that's a quote from the Sandlot, Baby Ruth. So, all right, Mick Mouse, I'm drinking water.
Look at you go.
Hey, I will say this, but I'm trying to read the chat. I got all this other stuff, but um, I know the type of legacy that thinking back, you know, I've had people, tell me, well, you're in the Marine Corps. You know, you've already made an impact on the world. This might be a little bit different, especially from, you know, coming from a Marine because we all know their mentality. Um, you're right, but also at the same time, being in the Marine Corps is what I did, not who I am. When I get remembered and I'm taking my final resting place, I'm not going to be remembered as Austin the Marine or Austin the dog trainer. What what they're going to remember and what I want people to remember me by is, you know, somebody that does somebody that does exactly what they're going to say that they're going to do. And if I say something, you can definitely take it to the bank. Uh, in addition to, I love people. I love serving. You know, even not being in uniform, I'm still serving my military brothers and sisters. You know, that's why. That's why I do what I currently do. But also realizing the impact that I have on so many people, and because of who I serve, that impact, is far greater than I ever could imagine, and that I
I can
realize.
honestly say you are a legend, not only because you're a Marine, but because you do have two vets canine. I've even heard of two vets canine even before we met through the show, met through Nick or Desert.
Mhm.
So, how do you separate the two? How do you separate Marine Corps Austin versus two vets canine to who you are as a person and how you want to be remembered?
That's a good question. Um, I definitely like to think that is, you know, my Marine Corps side, my dog trainer side, and then I'm going to call it, my personal side, are three different personalities or different, you know, different three different subsections of who I am. But they all make up, you know, me as Austin. It, I know we were talking earlier in earlier in the week, being a dog trainer, being in the military. They're what I do are tools to help make that impact. Do you want to make a positive impact, or do you want to make, a not so positive impact on, you know, on that side?
There's actually a song that I heard earlier this week that really ties into this.
Hmm.
Shine Down, How Did You Love?
Okay.
Which, same concept. Legacy, how are you going to be remembered? How do people remember you loving them or serving them?
I'm actually gonna have to go and listen. I'm gonna have to listen to it.
It's a great song.
I like I like monsters.
I knew that was coming.
I also, I also like I also like the song "State of My Head."
Oh,
You
yes.
know, and I mean, yes, it's talking about, from a psychological standpoint, but it's also, to me, it's that amp, it's that amp song, like, you know, uh, talking about, dirtying up your knees, getting ready, for the battle, you know, uh, where, come on, let's go, you know, like
Well, that ties
I'm
into everyday life. There are days
absolutely,
I don't want to get out of bed. The state of my mind is I want a nap. But then there are other days,
100,
let's go out and do something.
absolutely.
Let's make a difference. I'm so proud of you. You got to keep drinking that water.
Absolutely. Hang on,
Now,
just
with being a Marine and a canine trainer, there's a huge legacy that goes with both. Uh, Marines are over 200 years old. Uh, Canine training has been around since, oof, millennia. how does your personal life fit into that legacy?
Ask the question again.
Marines have over 200 years of a legacy. You say Marine, you automatically think of loyalty, service, winning, uh, death and destruction. And then you got veteran or not veterans, canine trainers that have been around for millennia. How do you personally fit into that legacy?
I'm that's actually a good question. I know the style of training that that I utilize and I like, and then the ability to, for me anyways, I know that if I work with you, I know that I am possibly training my predecessor. Anybody, that I work with, I possibly could be training my predecessor. You may not be flying the colors of Two Vets Canine. Here in 5 years, you may feel a calling to go into, dog training, and you come up with, you know, ABC dog training. Or, well, I don't know if it, let me back up because ABC could be a actual dog training company. By the way, we're not sponsored by them, nonetheless. But um, you could be you could be a dog trainer. And for me, whether you agree with my methods or you disagree with my methods, absolutely, Mick Mouse, absolutely. I don't train dogs. I train dog trainers. Um, but I also realize, the the things that I teach them to become dog trainers and work with their own dogs. And if I have given them the confidence to work with other dogs, they have to if they take my teaching or not and utilize that within their own teaching, my impact still, is still being made because I either showed them what to do or what not to do. And that's still making an impact.
Now, is that part of being a Marine that you want to help people help themselves? Or is that part of who you are as Austin the dog trainer, Austin the person, and Austin the Marine?
I think it's a combination of both, still wanting to continue to serve, but also, you know, me, my genetic makeup and well, my personality makeup, for sure. Um, it's who I am. You know, I want to lead. Well, this is actually a Marine side of me. I want to leave the world better than I found it. But I've always been like, hey, you do your thing, I do my thing. If we're able to work together, great. You we have two uh two options. I'm a dog trainer, you're a dog trainer. There's more options for dog trainers, or
I think you're
whatever the
safe on
case
this
is.
aspect. I love dogs, I love animals, but I'd much rather make people feel pretty and look pretty or teach them how to do it themselves.
Right?
For me, a legacy that I'm bringing to the world is I'm an amazing hairstylist. And I don't mean to say that with like being conceited or anything, but I hold a license in 4 different states
That's
on either side
pretty.
of the Mississippi.
That's pretty. That's pretty spectacular. You know, I mean, the fact that you have 4 states that you could operate in, you know, at any time, rather than just be one state. That I mean, you're looking at 4 different laws, you know, in addition to the industry standard law.
Well, it's not 4 different laws, it's 4 different states of
Right,
laws.
right,
If they had an international beauty license or cosmetology license or even a barber license, I definitely want to do that because I want to be able to practice anywhere.
right.
Because let's face it, that's a service that not very many people can do. Now, I come through
Absolutely.
a long line of hairstylists and barbers. Sorry, barbers. Let me untie my tongue from my teeth. But I also come from a long line of military. So I've been trained to be on time. I've been trained to be loyal to a fault. I've been trained to, if you can't say anything nice, don't say it. And if you do,
Oh,
be able to back it up.
oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, I'm very much one of those, you know, be nice until it's time not to be nice. You know, but I'll also tell you, there's just sometimes that it just feels good just to really tell what's on your mind. May not always be the best, you know, but it feels good.
But it goes back to legacy. How do you
Exactly.
want to be remembered? Do you want to be remembered as that person who doesn't always think things through and acts on emotion versus logically?
Very much.
It's a catch 22. There are days I just want to act out and be the most vicious person you've ever met because I didn't have my coffee.
Very much.
But then there are other days that, what's that other person going through?
Hmm. You know, one of the things, you know, that you hear me say a lot of, especially with the closeout. You know, I enjoyed seeing you today. Don't forget to be awesome and know you're loved. Um, I actually started saying that when I was going through my crisis back in 2019. And, you know, just one of those like, hey, I enjoyed seeing you. Don't forget, you know you're loved. Because when, especially whenever I was going through my, my time, I I wanted to know that, you know, I wanted to know that people wanted, enjoyed seeing me, uh, and I also wanted to know that I was loved. I mean, we want to be accepted. We want to be a part, of something. And I also started saying, don't forget to be awesome in remembrance to another friend of mine that had gone. Um, they would always say. don't forget to be awesome. And here recently, whenever I was going through college classes, uh, I just started saying it, and it just it was natural. It's like, man, that's awesome. I'm going to continue to say that because it's just phenomenal. So that's a little more of an understanding of why I say what I say. You know, I can tell you it's not a moniker. Or it's not a slogan to me. This is my life, and it's my lifestyle. I
I
truly
I can
go ahead.
honestly say by being a part of Empowered Mindset, seeing what Nick's gone through, being able to sit down and have conversations with you along with other people,
Hmm.
men don't hear that stuff enough.
No, we don't.
Enough. And Austin, I want you to know, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate
Thank you.
seeing you every chance I get.
Thank you.
And I appreciate
That
every single person that's in our live right now. I appreciate the
absolutely
fact that you guys took time out of your day just to sit here and listen to us chit chat.
very much,
And
very
I do
very
have to
much.
say, every time I hear you say your closeout, it makes my day. Even if I'm just a viewer, it makes my day. It makes me feel special.
Well, because you are. You truly are special. Not only to me, but you're special to somebody. You know, I'm just the one that's vocal about it. Hey, I'm glad I got to see you today. Hey, you're loved. Don't forget to be awesome. But there's other people that don't say it. I just say it.
And I think more people should say it. I think we should take a
Absolutely.
vote. Uh, we should get that on a t shirt. Nick, Desert, if you hear this, let's get it on a t shirt, a hoodie. I'd buy it.
Absolutely. We will definitely sit down and uh, we will definitely talk about that for sure. I would definitely. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to the comments. Um, Empowered mindset. I wonder who that could be.
It's not me.
Um, no, I know who it is. You know,
I think we all know who it
uh,
is.
well, you never know. It could be Mohawk. He might be in on empowered mindsets tonight. Uh, Mo, is Mohawk here, or did he dip out early? He's not as talkative tonight. So I'm going to ask the question: when y'all hear legacy, what comes to mind, or what type of legacy would our viewers, want to leave?
I know for myself, I would like to leave camels. Interesting. My question is, how did they survive
Oh,
200 million
no,
years?
no, 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 no! I did not mean to do that.
Did you delete his comment?
Uh, I, Legacies Part Two, but no.
Oh no.
I was trying to pin the comment, and yeah, my fingers didn't work with me. I will say so. Sorry, I'm sorry, Mohawk. I'm sorry, empowered mindset.
There it is. I see it.
but it was talking about dinosaurs being on the planet for 200 years, and camels as well. I was, uh, huh? I'm talking about my wife's kinfolk.
Says, I'm just a little dumbfounded thinking about sharks having been on the planet for 200 million years and have no idea how camels even exist.
Uh, so I'm gonna need to ask tech support if they can go back in. If tech support knows exactly who they are. It, I'm sorry, I didn't. I am not technologically sound in certain areas. This being one of them. I could talk. You know, I could
You guys are so
I
mean
could
to each
talk
other.
until paint. Do what?
You guys are so mean.
I'm sorry. I'm I need tech support to jump in and unnanner that comment. I'm sorry. Well, that's
Leave it to the Marines.
a
Somebody give
point.
him a
The Marine.
crayon.
Thank you. Man, that was an anxiety moment. You know,
Yes, leaving a legacy for your children. That is huge. Because let's face it, they are our future.
absolutely.
Do you have children? Two bets?
No, I do not.
I could share.
I'm
My legacy is I have two children, one boy, one girl. They are absolutely amazing. They're smart, they're kind, they're loving. That's part of the legacy I'm leaving to the world. Not only am I
absolutely.
educating people on how to look and feel beautiful,
Hmm.
but I got to pass on two perfect people.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I'll share. They're amazing.
Well, absolutely. Especially as as parents, you're leaving the legacy not only of your last name, but you're not necessarily the likes, wants, and desires, but your values. From that will either better or worsen society, and we
It's
all
true.
want a all better society. I know the next topic.
Do share.
I'm not going to say it just yet, but I do know the.
Just yet. You're going to leave us on a
Do
cliffhanger?
what? Ooh, or do I share? Uh, empowered mindset. Uh-oh. Where'd you go? Okay,
I'm
y'all.
here. I'm back.
Okay, was that Mick Mouse? Doing something again?
I played the fifth. I think I hit a wrong button.
Okay, are y'all trying to take my Jesus?
All trying to take your what?
Are y'all trying to take my Jesus? Y'all are messing with me.
We're just making sure this is going to be an epic show. The legacy has continued.
Absolutely, absolutely. But so with legacy, you know, what are some other areas? What would you like to talk about you know, with legacies?
Legacies is a very deep subject. It goes into one, how do you want to be remembered? Two, are dragons real? That'd be really cool if
True.
they were.
Well, I mean, lizards are a form of dragon.
They
Uh,
really are.
then I mean, you look at, lizards or um, you have the Komodo dragon. No, that is a dragon that just doesn't breathe fire.
Well, I'm sure they got some hot air going.
Yeah,
Leaving behind a world or communication affecting memories that will last throughout time. Awesome.
100%. 100%. Or actually, that wasn't okay. Now y'all are trying to confuse me. I'm thinking it was Mohawk. That was something that Mohawk would say, but no, that was empowered mindset. Uh, Leaving behind a world, or community affecting memory that lasts through a lifetime. 100%. You know, um, I mean,
Oh, with legacies, it comes from legends. Legends come from stories. Stories come from events that actually happened.
absolutely. And those events are stupid, funny shit that actually happened that bring joy.
Or chaotic stuff that happened, like uh, King Arthur and his round table.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think that sword's real?
That is a good question because I know I wasn't there. I have heard I've heard stories. I have heard, tales, about it. But unless Empowered said that, it is real and they have found it, found the sword.
Is it in a
Me,
stone? Oh, it's in a lake.
that's
Freshwater or saltwater?
well, if it was in a lake would be freshwater. If you're in Oklahoma, it'd be dirty water.
You.
Yeah,
Probably a good thing I'm not in Oklahoma. Is there a legend that you would hope was true?
I really don't know. Um, yeah, I would actually say absolutely. You know, I don't necessarily talk about faith a whole lot, a whole lot, and I think to uh save face of being from a religious topic. Um, I know science and spirituality clash with each other. I hope and pray that spirituality you know is real, but we will never know until we go to meet the maker.
They did find Noah's Ark,
Yes, yes, they did.
which I thought was cool.
Well, they also have the empty tomb,
Hmm.
but um, so one of the things that I have um, that I've actually thought about through this conversation, bringing up values here. So for next week, I will say this: we might have a legacies part two, and Mick Mouse is going to come in and finish up the legacy portion, uh, the way that he would want to finish that up. But I will also ask this question, and I do plan on the next week. If it's not next week, the following week. What I would also like to talk about is what are your values? What what type of values do you have, and what would you want to pass on? So you're gonna get the nickname Mick Mouse. I will say this: Mick Mouse, Mick Mouse, Mick Mouse, Mick Mouse, Mick Mouse, Mick Mouse, Mick Mouse. I don't call you anything but Mick Mouse. I'm trying to get the name to stick. It's going to stick. All right. So
Yes, Mohawk, you are right. Statues crumble, buildings fall, trophies are forgotten. If you want to be immortal, your memory needs to be imparted within the fabric of future just generation values.
absolutely. Um, so definitely think about what is it that you value. Um, so next week we could continue on for for the legacies part two, but also what I want you to think about is what do you value. Um, with that, I'm gonna switch it over to Miss Cassie. If there's anything that you would like to say, or as far as an outro, you could definitely, or I'll even say this. Would you like to do my outro
Oh no, I couldn't do it as well as you do. You are legendary at this. That's all you, my friend.
tonight? All right. If you have anything that you would want to say, then I'll go from there.
I appreciate being on the show today. Sorry, I was a little boring. The echo, but
I
I
was
look
a little
forward
bit
to seeing you again, and I look forward
all
to
righty.
each one of you being in the chats next week.
Absolutely. All righty. With that being said, like Mick Mouse always says, uh, we enjoyed seeing you today. Know you're loved, and don't forget to be awesome. Until next week.